Hello, Azox, are you there?
Yo.
Hey.
All right, so just to introduce you, this is obviously Azox. He's the leader of the European guild Zombies, which plays home to SK and many, many more professional players, as well as having all the top-end players in Europe. And I think you guys are ranked like first in Europe, obviously, for as far as arena rankings go. So firstly, Azox, welcome to WoW Wednesdays. We're happy to have you here. And what's it like being guild leader of Zombies?
Yeah, it's nothing special. The only difference is that I get to kick people and the members don't, but that's about it.
Power to the leaders, man.
Well, I don't think that's very fair. Do you just kick people without any reason, just because you don't like them?
Yeah, of course, because they're fucking shit, like the US, you know, it's like basically the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Matt,
so
Matt could join for a day, maybe, and have the experience of being kicked.
Yeah, I could do. Yeah,
you could do.
Anyway, yeah. So you are quite a controversial figure, Azox. A lot of people.
Fun figure. I like Azox.
Yeah, I like the fact you say what you think, but you've obviously pissed off a lot of people during your career as a gamer. Yeah, well, got anything to say about that?
Yeah, play to win, man. Do whatever it takes, you know.
All right. Yeah. So Azox 3.1 has come out. It's in Europe. Your main was a druid. You have been playing a paladin called IRL Monster. Can you talk to us a little bit about some of the class changes that have maybe affected you, or you think are either good or just stupid?
Yeah, basically I liked playing a healer, so yeah, I went to play my druid in the start, but yeah, it wasn't really doable because of face rolling that knights and shit. So I went over to Paladin, which was a fairly easy class, so yeah, it was not that hard to learn.
Are you as good as a Fiend?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
What do you think of a Fiend? Because obviously he's played on Cyclone for a little bit.
I think he's a very good Paladin, you know what I mean? I mean, dying before bubble all the time and shit, letting blood explain his character, I mean, he has to be quite good.
Cool. All right, so, I mean, you went over to Paladin. Paladins have changed slightly. We just spoke to Kint earlier. He says they've come out rather even as far as patch changes go. What do you think of Paladins now in 3.1?
Yeah, I agree with that. They shouldn't be that bad. I mean, the nerfs weren't that big, and you can just spec different and still do good, so...
All right, and what about your Druid? Are you going to think of maybe picking him back up? I mean, there's a lot of people that really want to play Druid out there. You're obviously one of the best Druids. I mean, what can you tell them about the class?
Yeah, I think Druids are going to destroy everything again.
Really?
This patch, so...
All right,
are you looking forward to that? I mean, it must have been quite painful the last few months playing Druid.
No, he was playing Paladin, man.
Oh, of course, yeah, you were playing Paladin.
All right, yeah. So what would you team up with, Azox? If you're playing Druid and you've got a choice of 2 people to add to your arena team to face roll anybody to get your revenge for not being able to play Druid, what would you team up with?
I would add Serenian Inflame. I mean, Inflame managed to carry him once already, so he can do it again. And then just with me, so I can get some free money from that.
That would be pretty cool.
I mean, let's talk a little bit about Zombies, because obviously you guys are probably the most notorious PvP guild in the whole of Europe. People sort of shake with fear when they see a character with Zombies underneath their name. I mean, tell us a bit about, what Zombies is about and some of the most famous PvPers who have graced the guild.
Yeah, Zombies is just the best PvP guild around. I mean, we have all good players in here, and yeah, I don't know, everyone just plays together, we have fun together, and that's about it, I mean. And all the shit, people get kicked out.
Yeah.
And so you're an elitist guild. Drop some of the names of, the most famous players you've had in your ranks.
Yeah, of course, the SK Arena team, Inflame, and yeah.
Me?
Forte, of course, best paladin in the world.
Forte,
yeah.
Danska got title, Deadly Gladiator title, because Forte was letting Zon die to feral druids and shit.
Yeah.
That's about it, I mean.
And on the subject of Forte, he was actually accused of win trading lately. I'm just going to bring something up on my screen if we can bring this up. It's actually
basically Matt has been snooping around the arena ratings, and he thinks he's found something. Okay, so bear with us. We know you can't see it, but we will explain it over the phone to you. Let's go to Matt's screen then quickly, so everyone at home can see.
Yep.
Here we go. Matt,
if we can just bring this up. Here we go. So as you can see, top 3 teams in Cyclone can't line of sight in real life, and two others. One of these teams actually contained Forte, and as you can see, all top three teams finished the season with 2,402 points, and that, I mean, that indicates that those three teams were both win trading, and they made an agreement.
Yeah, well, I think they made an agreement, but I mean, Forte's team was the first team to reach that rating, so it's 100% sure that they didn't win trade at least. I don't know.
Yeah. Right, well, I have to kind of look into that. Has there been anything, I mean, what have your experience been so far with 3.1? Have you noticed any bugs or anything? Because obviously we've been here in the studio, we haven't...
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. Oh, you have. So tell us about any bugs or anything you've seen in the patch so far.
It's total 8, it's not working proper, and that's about it.
Okay. Well, there we go. Are you guys going to be, is Zombies going to be raiding Uldor? I mean, are you going to have room for Serenia in Zombies now he's been kicked out of drama?
We would accept Serenia. After Inflame carried him in PvP, we can do it all together in PvE.
Yeah, he's not too heavy for you guys, right? You've got strong shoulders.
Okay.
Some people say he's the best warrior in the world. Others say he's the most overrated warrior in the world. What would you say?
No, I would say he's overrated, of course. I mean, he was clicking stances when he played Warrior in Season 2.
What? He was clicking?
Yeah, in Season 2.
Really?
And on that night, he's terrible, so I don't know, really.
All right, what about, because you've got a very famous player, actually, in the guild of Zombies, who goes by the, he used to go by the name of Zeus when he was playing for 4 Kings under Warcraft 3. He's playing now, currently was leveling a hunter, and he's playing a warrior called Matori. He's absolutely brilliant. I've actually seen him play. What does he think of warrior? Have you got any feedback of warriors?
Yeah, I think he likes the new changes and stuff, and he's going to play warrior again after rerolling rogues, hunters, and everything.
All right, and what do you think of so far of Death Knights? Have you had any feedback from another who's obviously been playing a Death Knight and some other players from the guild?
Yeah, we did some duels, and Death Knights seem to not be that good anymore, so I'm happy with that.
Okay, so maybe not so much face rolling from Death Knights. Have you had any feedback from hunters, maybe? I mean, some people were looking at...
Shit now, so...
Sorry?
They're fucking shit now.
Okay.
Yeah, really?
So Death Knights got worse. Hunters are fucking shit. Quote Azox. Paladins are still okay. Druids have got a lot better. What about the scary RMPs? I mean, are they still going to be as dangerous?
Way too strong. They should nerf mages, but it's probably because mages don't do that good in the US. They don't nerf them, so...
All right. So if the mages in America played better, like Selex and stuff, yeah?
Yeah, indeed. If he would stop fake casting these evocations and shit, they would maybe nerf mages.
Have you, I mean, you're quite outspoken, Azox, about, about a lot of the players who, are attending these tournaments. I just want to know, out of all the tournaments you've watched, I mean, have you ever watched and thought, these guys shouldn't have even left, their seats at home to come to one of these events?
Yeah, of course, but I think everyone has that. I mean, people like Terra Gaming, Flasha and stuff from these German battle groups, I mean, they don't even belong there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's, Flash A's the Druid and Terra Gaming actually went on stage. Very nervous, I'll give you that, by the way, Azox, and then they did lose very quickly. But, all right, Azox.
It is different when you're playing at a live event.
Yeah, so. Azox, I'm intrigued because, in actual fact, just to talk to you quickly, I'm going to have to give you shout-outs, but would you ever be interested in playing in, a tournament, even if it was just online, maybe on a tournament realm that we held privately, where maybe we invited 16 different teams? Would you be interested just to come along and play with 2 other guys from Zombies?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I played on this ESL round when it was up, but...
Why didn't you qualify?
Because my rogue was obsessed with mutilate spec, so he didn't want to respec against certain comps, so we just decided to not play anymore.
Okay.
Basically.
All right. Well, it's been interesting to talk to you, Azox. It's quite a breath of fresh air to get some honest opinions out of somebody who knows the game so well and is, of course, in control of such a prestigious guild and a lot of other players. Before we let you go, any shout-outs?
Yeah, shout-outs to my guild, my Forte Counter-Strike team, and everyone I played Arena with, and of course Serenia,
Yeah, of course,
that guy.
All right.
What is the opposite of shout-outs? Because I want you to just do some last-minute flames before you leave us.
I don't know. I don't really have anyone to flame, except Serenia, of course,
All right, well, there we go. All right then, Azox, thank you so much for coming on to the show. I'm sure we'll talk to you and see you at another point, and it would be interesting to see what happens with the class changes that you've described. So take it easy, man.
Okay. All right, see ya.
See ya.
I like
Wow.
Azox.
I like him too.
Yeah, he thinks, Paladins still come out even. RMPs are still overpowered in his opinion with mages. Death Knights are not so good anymore.
Yep.
Hunters are now rubbish. That's pretty strong opinions. But he is obviously in a guild chat with the best PvPers in the world. And when you're in a guild chat with the best PvPers, you do get great information early.
Yep.
It's similar to being if you were in a guild with Insidia, you'd get all the information about raiding bosses early. I mean, these guys will be able to analyze what's hot and what's not very quickly in the PvP scenes.
Absolutely.
So, interesting to talk to Azox, and I do apologize that we didn't actually have a picture of him, but because he plays Druid, we did obviously give him a pedo bear, which was brilliant. Nice to have him on, and we are actually, as I did mention, something that we're looking into. Well, let's go to Matt. Have you got any? We're going to make a new segment called Matt's Random News.
Random news.
Give us some random news, Matt.
I need another ice cream first.
You do
Why
realise
don't you have one while I'm doing the random news? Come on, we've still got about 8 left.
Gonna have a milk
They're all going to melt.
tub.
Thanks. A mini milk. I used to eat these when I was a kid. They're great.
Still are a kid, Matthew.
Yep, we're the kids your parents warned you about. And the first segment of...
With vans offering you candy.
Possibly. The first piece of
You're
news...
good at that. It's weird.
First piece of news I want to talk about is actually I was reading the paper the other day, and there was an article about World of Warcraft comparing it to crack cocaine. When are the media going to stop obsessing about games and getting on our back? And, it pisses me off when I read these articles that are written by people who've never played any games before in their life and don't have the first clue about World of Warcraft. So, crack cocaine, World of Warcraft.
Yeah. I don't know. I've done both. It's nothing like the